All right.
We're back, and it's day
A king upon my bars to throw. I vow to never drink alone. I'll only drink with friends or total strangers.
Yeah, blistering pace. Starting the second lap. We've been doing fairly decent job, so we'll probably totally booger this one up, of keeping these under 15 minutes. I think we've been around like 11 or 12 minutes. Just looking at my microphone. All right. So, Annie,
Yes.
why don't you go ahead and show them the bottle
Okay.
with very little whiskey in it. Yeah, you can just kind of hold it. You don't have to go all the way up there. All right. You look very robotic. Like, didn't you ever take like a class and be like, yo, like here you go.
No, I didn't.
Zing. See the fluidness that I have with that
Yes.
versus,
You're the actor. I am not.
I know. I was the lead in a junior class play. All right, so we have Cardhu. You can go ahead and start pouring. That's usually your cue. We'll have this down by day 27. Cardhu 12-year-old. So this is a single malt Scotch whiskey from the Speyside region of Scotland. Yeah. All right. I don't know what you're doing there. Horsepower in this one is 40, which gives it an 80 proof. I don't know why well, you're really taking care of yourself there. Anyways, so this is kind of an unknown single malt. Like snookered tonight. We're killing that one. Better hope this is a good one-take video or we're scrooged. All right, so this one, $56 here in the Shire. Don't mind if I do. Go ahead and start nosing because you're going to be, again, giving your nosing notes
Yes.
while I talk about the whiskey.
Yes.
Again, we'll have this down by day 27. So Cardhu comes from Diageo. Diageo is a big, huge spirits conglomerate, beer, whiskey, Guinness. They send Guinness. We should have Guinness. But anyways, this is Diageo's best-selling single malt. The distillery, Cardhu, was founded in 1811. So it's a Speyside. So regions of Scotland as far as Scotch producing regions. See if I can get this right. Speyside, kind of the biggest, known for more floral, lighter Scotches. Highlands. I feel like I'm doing like this in each show.
You are.
Highlands. Hi. Kind of your meatier, heavier Scotches, more of a, I want to say, it's more of a kind of Scotch. I tend to prefer Highland Scotches, do like me some Speysides. Then you have Anne's favorite, which is Campbelltown. It never gets old. Where am I? Lowlands. And then the Islands or Isla. The Islands are typically your smoky Scotches. So a lot of people, when they think of Scotch, initially think of smoke.
Yes.
All right, so continue to work on your nose. So this is a Speyside. This is actually, so it was founded in 1811, the distillery that started making this whiskey. So it's been around for, well, if we look a little frazzled, we lost battery power. So I'm not really sure where we're at, but we have our whiskey helmets on. So it was a good thing because we've had to wait an hour to get into the whiskey. So I'm really not sure where we're at. I think I did the regions of Scotland.
You did.
And I think I was saying that a lot of people think smoky whiskey or Scotch is all smoky whiskey, but it's not. It's really just the stuff from the Highlands. Some of it does have a little bit of the smokiness in it.
Yeah.
All right, so you might want to get back into nosing. All right, so again, 1811, set on the northern banks of the river Spey, well, it's called Speyside, in Murraytown, overlooking Ben Rinnes, probably pronouncing that incorrectly, which is a big-ass mountain. I believe Bens are probably Gaelic or at least regional for mountain.
Yes.
And glens, so Glen Nevis, Glen whatever, are the valleys in between the mountains. All right, so anyways, in 1893, Cardhu was purchased by Johnny Walker and Sons. John Walker and
Oh,
Sons.
John Walker.
So modern day Johnny Walker. So about 70% of the juice that's produced at the Cardhu distillery now goes to Johnny Walker. So Johnny Walker is a big blended Scotch whiskey, and now they're holding 30% back of what they produce for their single malts, of which this is a 12-year-old single malt. I think I did say it's about $56 here. So, Ann, what do you get on the nose?
Oh, I love the nose.
Ooh, yeah, that's
It
good.
is, it's like cinnamon and vanilla and there's something else I want to say lemon, like just a touch of lemon or citrus to it, but
Yeah,
it smells delicious.
my initial on this, like a good woman. It's got some good body to it. Or like a good dude. It's got a
Yeah.
good body to it. I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
however you like your whiskey.
Yeah.
Like some sweetness on the nose, I think you're talking about a little
Yeah.
bit. It's a rich nose. I'm picking up just a very, very light, I'm going to call it like a streak of smoke.
Oh.
So there might be just a small, like just the smallest bit of peated,
Yeah.
traditional peated barley.
Yeah.
Like overripe pears. All right.
Oh, that's really smooth.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a very rounded whiskey. So I've said this in the past. So some whiskeys are kind of jagged. You know, they really haven't been vatted together or allowed to kind of marry together. But this one to me is really kind of rounded. Like those peaks and valleys are kind of filled in. It just kind of sits in the mouth.
It does. I really like it.
Yeah, it's kind of a lighter fruit.
Yeah.
Almost like a light cocktail syrup, like fruit cocktail syrup.
Yeah.
Maybe that's that pear piece. But there is just a little bit of that heathery, very light peat smoke in there. Just, I mean, just the faintest
tiniest
little.
bit. Yeah,
Just a little.
I agree.
Maybe that's too
Oh boy.
But the finish on it,
yeah, there's like no burn to me.
yeah, it's got a long finish. Mm-hmm. You like the long finishes, don't you?
Yeah.
That's really good. Out of the gate, a day
Mm-hmm.
four.
Ooh.
Day four surprise.
Yeah.
I have seen this whiskey sitting in the New Hampshire stores for years, but it's kind of got, in my opinion, like a kind of a cheeky label. And I mean, it's kind of a cool shaped bottle.
Yeah. It
But-
stands out, I think.
Yeah, I fell victim to, you know, because there's so many scotches out there and it's been around for so long, since 1811, right?
Yeah.
So their stocks, they have a lot of stocks. So a 12-year-old whiskey at $55, $56. Like we've bought some 18-year-old whiskeys before, I won't point it out, but just haven't been impressed by it. But this one I do like. I mean, for some of you, you're probably like, I get, like now the peatiness, the smoke, not the peatiness, but just a hint of smoke. With, yeah, but, no, there it is.
Yeah.
It is so light. Some of you, if you're just getting into Scotch, you're like, no shit. Like,
Yeah.
tasted that from the moment I was like, ah. But once you get accustomed to it, it's kind of like drinking coffee after 35 years. It's not what it was the first time you had it. But I really like that one.
Yeah.
You know, especially for a 40 horsepower, real basic, low proof. So again, to be a whiskey, 40 is the floor. Anything below 40, you can't be a whiskey. You got to at least be 40 horsepower, 80 proof. So that is the bottom. And a lot of times why distillers or distilleries will go to that is comes out of the cask at 60 or 55. If you just bottle it and send it out, that's how many you get. But if you dilute it down all the way to 40,
Yep.
he
Got
gets
more.
that many more.
Yep.
So, but I think this is a keeper.
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm going to put this in number 1.
Yeah.
We haven't been doing a good job of that, but I would
No.
say prior to this, like the Sexton
Yeah.
single malt Irish on day 2 was probably my top one.
No, I think this is my top one now too.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not trying to copy you.
No, winner.
Yeah, no, it's just really good. Easy.
Yeah.
It could be dangerous, I think.
All right. Well, let's give a couple shout outs and
Okay.
then we'll move on with the toast. So we're going to shout out to BZ in Ohio this year, David Phillips, Nick, and I'm probably going to get your name wrong, Nick, and I'm sorry, Samaji, and then the 2 Shrams, Will Jr., Will Sr. Good to have you guys back again this year. And then special shout out, if you probably caught it in the unboxing video if you watched that, Montana Mike and Troy in Texas Troy.
Yep.
Both of them kicked in an extra $100 for the kids this year. So
Good guys.
really appreciate your generosity.
Yeah.
All right, Annie,
All
toast
right.
us out.
May your heart stay young, the whiskey old, the cork loose, and the adventures bold.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.
I like that one. Put my whiskey helmet back on.
When the money's running low and the bar is closing, we'll just head on down the road where the spirit's flowing. When all the whiskey's gone, whiskey's gone, whiskey's